Aloha to the lahui. Welcome back to Connect the Dots with Jenny. Today I'm going to tell you guys a heartbreaking story of a baby named Wyatt Barnes. Lived on Maui. His parents are on Maui. He passed away suspiciously on August 2nd, and I'm going to fill you guys in on all the details because I've sat down with his parents. And not only am I going to fill you in with the details, but I'm going to tell you about how Maui Police Department refuses to open a criminal investigation into this case, even though there is the hardest piece of evidence, which is forensic evidence, to prove that Wyatt did not die from natural causes. Wyatt was a healthy 2-year-old baby boy, and the family had gone camping this summer at Poli Poli Cabins. If you're not from Maui, Poli Poli Cabins is pretty high up close to the mountain, the Mauna Haleakala. So it's quite a drive away. So they went camping on Thursday. Now on Saturday, an individual, a man, and his child and his girlfriend, she was like a mail-order bride from the Philippines. I'm making jokes. She's not a mail-ordered bride, but it's like kind of something similar from the Philippines who came here and was seeing him. And then she left like a couple days after this whole scenario. Anyways, they come up to the campground. They are acquaintances of what they're an acquaintance of Wyatt's parents. However, Wyatt's dad's two of his good friends that were there, they're friends with this man. And this man brings his child and his mail order bride from the Philippines. I call her mail order bride, but she's not. I just making jokes. Anyway, so the parents last saw Wyatt about 5 to 10 minutes prior to finding Wyatt. The last time they saw Wyatt was he was jumping on the bunk bed along with the 4-year-old child. And you could see them through the window. The parents were in the backyard playing. They had like games laid out, like cornhole. There was a jumpy castle in the backyard. So they were in the backyard, and from the backyard, they could see into the cabin. There was a window, and from the window, they could see Wyatt, along with the other child, jumping on top the bunk bed, twin-size bunk bed, and the father of that child was supervising them. Apparently, earlier on, the 4-year-old child was just kind of being mean to Wyatt, so Wyatt came out crying. And the parents just said, okay, take a break, have a snack, and then you guys can go back and play together. That's like normal kid stuff. So that was the last time the parents had seen him. They saw him jumping on the bed through the window. About 5 to 10 minutes later, the 4-year-old comes into the backyard. So Wyatt's mom goes, hey, where's Wyatt? The 4-year-old doesn't answer Wyatt's mom. Now, this is important to note because from everyone I've spoken to who know the child and the child's father and the child's baby mother, they all say that this child is very vocal, that this child speaks a lot. So when Wyatt's mom didn't get a response from the child, in fact, what the child did do, though, is the child giggled. The child just kind of laughed. So Wyatt's mom was just kind of like, okay, well, let me go check on my kid myself. So she walks into the cabin. When she walks to the bedroom door is closed. She opens the bedroom door. What she finds is the dad of the other child standing there. He looks disheveled. He's kind of discombobulated. So she asks him, hey, where's Wyatt? He doesn't answer her. He's just standing there kind of looking like a deer in headlights. He doesn't say anything. Just then, the child walks back into the room. Wyatt's mom asks her, hey, where's Wyatt? The child's eyes goes directly to the porch. That's where the coolers are. Wyatt's mom walks out to the porch. What she sees is horrifying. She screams for her husband. It's Wyatt laid across. There was a row of coolers laid across atop a regular size cooler, okay, with his head hanging into a smaller cooler. The smaller cooler, the lid is opened, okay? The lid is open, so he's like this, like that, okay? So here's a bigger cooler, here's a smaller cooler. His head isn't even leaning all the way down into the bottom of the smaller cooler. But the lid on the smaller cooler is opened. Wyatt's mom screams. Wyatt's dad comes, begins giving him CPR. His two friends come. They call 911, but because of their location, they actually need to be medevaced because of how far up they are. So helicopters need to come pick them up. So it takes about at least a half an hour before the helicopters can get to where they're at the cabins. They pick up Wyatt, and then they have to send a second helicopter to pick up the other parents. I forget which parent, but one parent went, and then the second parent, which went after. Okay, so during that time, a very odd thing happens. Amidst the chaos of Wyatt's dad giving Wyatt CPR, they hear a truck start within 5 minutes, within the time frame of about 5 minutes of finding Wyatt. The father of that child leaves, digs out. They hear the truck start, and he leaves. He doesn't say a word to them. He doesn't come out to them. He does not help give CPR. The last time anybody saw the father of that child was when Wyatt's mom walked into the room and said, "Hey, where's Wyatt?" That's it. That's the last time anybody saw him. So they hear his truck start. He digs out. Not only does he dig out, though, he doesn't take his stuff with him. He brought stuff to the campgrounds, didn't take it. One of the coolers that Wyatt was on was his cooler. So he didn't even grab his belongings. He literally just jumped in his car and left. Do you find that odd? Do you not find that a little odd? Supposedly, he wanted to shield his child. But as a parent, if you see another child hurt or even realize, oh my God, something's going on, I don't want my children to suppose, hey, stay over here. I will be back. Let me go check over here. Keep the child away. But who would just up and leave and then leave all their belongings there? Very suspicious. Also equally suspicious is the small cooler that Wyatt's head was leaning into. Now remember, Wyatt's head was not submerged. What he was leaning into, the cooler was filled with drinks. The cooler was emptied. All of the drinks were found around the cooler on the ground. So there was water in there, but Wyatt's head wasn't even touching the water. Now, since this started, Maui Police Department has treated this like an accident. They have claimed that Wyatt drowned. Weeks later, Wyatt's parents were able to speak to the forensic pathologist who did the autopsy on Wyatt. This forensic pathologist found Wyatt's circumstances extremely suspicious, recommended to Detective Greg Katayama of Maui Police Department to investigate this as a homicide, told him that she cannot complete the full autopsy report until he completes his investigation and gives her his report. That's when she can close out the autopsy. She finds Wyatt's death highly suspicious. And during her, she says, and I have listened to it because the parents recorded it. So I have listened to the full recording. She says she found his death suspicious, so she especially did a very, very thorough investigation onto Wyatt. And she believes that this is homicide. Now, that's something that I want to navigate softly just in case, this does go to trial, which is really what we want. We want somebody to be held responsible because there is bruising on Wyatt's body to prove that he has been restrained. So, This is a story that we're wanting to get Maui Police Department to make moves on. We need them to open a criminal investigation, because what ensued was that father lawyered up so that he wouldn't speak to the detectives. He was offered twice to come in and speak to the detectives. He declined through his lawyer. He was offered to take a polygraph test, declined to do that. Was offered to have a child psychologist interview his child. He declined that. Yet, he wants to go around telling people that Wyatt's his nephew and that he grew up with him when his parents completely disagree. Wyatt's parents said they are not close. They are barely acquaintances. This man is not Wyatt's uncle. They are not close. He did not watch him grow up. So, what are they hiding? What is this man hiding? Because what he did is he immediately called for his baby mama to drive up towards him and to meet him to take their daughter. All of this is suspicious, but what's even more suspicious is the fact that the Maui Police Department is not holding anybody accountable. And this is a theme that's happening on Maui constantly. So I am from Maui. I am here. I am in it. I'm meeting with these people. I have facts. I have receipts for every single thing. You guys want to see receipts? Go follow my Instagram page, Connect the Dots with Jenny 1, because they already deleted my first page. And that's where I provide a lot more evidence to show you what I'm talking about. I don't edit my videos for YouTube because it's just easier for me to get the content out there quicker if I just record the video and upload it. But if you follow me on TikTok, X, on my X, it's Jenny Connect Dots or Jenny Connect Dots. And then on TikTok, it's Connect the Dots with Jenny. And then on Instagram, it's Connect the Dots with Jenny 1. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. On YouTube, I get to do my longer forms. I get to do my longer form videos. But other than that, you'll have like quicker content and you'll be able to see a lot more receipts. Also, if you go into my Instagram and you tap the link in my bio, you'll be able, I have a link tree. And there, scroll that. It's got a wealth of receipts for all types of fuckery happening on Maui. I am Kanaka Maoli, meaning I am Native Hawaiian. I am of this land. I am from this land, and I'm proud to be it. And I'm here to bring real news to Kanakas and to all of those who love Hawaii as well too. Okay, so if you enjoyed what you heard, please hit that subscribe button. Please share. Please like it. Leave me a comment. And follow me on all my socials so you can stay on top of what's happening with Wyatt Van Ness Barnes, because he deserves justice. Mahalo te lahui. Have a wonderful day. Aloha.